crypto market and especially altcoins are tanking, which is a great opportunity, which I talk about a lot on this channel. But there is a downside. Crypto could be dead. And sometimes I get these comments. Is this a big opportunity? Are you not worried on how no new money is coming in and that everybody thinking that a possible ETF will save the day? I think even if there is an ETF approval, it won't be enough for a typical bull run. People are afraid to think about the possibility that this time is different. There is going to be so many more sucker rally trapping more investors. So let's talk about the possibility that that's the case. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, like the video, turn the bell notification on, check out the Patreon members, at least check out the Patreon, and these are the members, but check out the Patreon. There's a link down below where you get a lot of exclusive content. And let's talk about the fact that crypto might be dead. Now, why do I like to go over this specific comment? Because this is a comment that a lot of people nowadays basically tell, right? And this is exactly, my answer is, overall, are you not worried? No, I'm not worried. Because this is exactly what a bear market wants people to think. Are you not worried on how no new money is coming in? No, I am very happy with that. Why? If there are only new people coming into crypto and therefore crypto is going up, then when do we get the golden opportunity to stack up to actually make a 10 or 20, 30 more X in a bull run? Never. Then it's a slow and, you know, stochastic process, and that's good. But the big money, the big cash, the big gains don't come without the big falls. That no new money is coming into crypto is easily explained. This is the social metric. This is the red line, the amount of people that watch YouTube videos, that subscribes to YouTube channels, that follow Twitter analysts on Twitter, new layer ones, exchanges, etc. And this is going down. This is going down in every bear market, right? In the last bear market, we were sitting at levels way lower than where we are right now. In the bear market before that, we were sitting at levels way lower than where we are right now. But what happened at the same time that we were at these low levels? It was the crypto bottom. And every time after that, we had an enormous bull run. And this is the more comments of these kind of comments that I get, the more I'm convinced that it's now the time for me to be in crypto, as that's a good bottom signal. Once people talk about, ooh, it's so low now, better stack up. I don't know. But if people actually are convinced that, I don't know, no new money is coming in, I start to really doubt it, that's when I think, okay, cool. Now it's actually interesting. Now we are actually approaching the bottom in crypto. People are actually being fearful and doubtful about the market. And that's what we need. These people all got shaken out. They don't have any interest anymore. They don't have any money anymore. They don't have any balls, nothing, right? And that's what we need, because whenever you have a good bull run, that's nice. But what good is it if you weren't here, right? Well, you can see it, but what good is this if you weren't here? And what good is this if you weren't here or here, right? Then it's no use. So, no new money coming into crypto. Yeah, that's what a bear market does, and it's nothing different than any other time. Another argument here is people think that an ETF will save the day. I think that even if there is an ETF approval, it won't be enough for a typical bull run. Well, in my opinion, even if there will be an ETF, there will very likely be an ETF. That's pretty clear right now that there will be an ETF. One or two things about it. One, an ETF is the most bullish news, in my opinion, that crypto ever got. Because that really allows institutions to step in, right? And it makes the price, of course, way higher. But also less volatile. It gives a lot more trust in Bitcoin, and that opens up the doors for billions of dollars that can't access crypto right now. It takes them months to get that money into crypto, which is not doable. With an ETF, you have it in a day. So yeah, no, I do think that an ETF will be a very big narrative to send Bitcoin and therefore all other cryptos way higher than what it is right now. However, will it save the day? Crypto doesn't need to be saved, in my opinion. We don't need an ETF to save the day. Let me put it like this. Even without an ETF, we will get a bull run. Why? Because crypto doesn't rely on news. Crypto is cyclical. Crypto needs money. Crypto needs liquidity in the market, net liquidity. There is no liquidity at the moment, right? There's a recession coming up. People, they cannot even afford to buy food to pay their rents. How they are going to invest money in crypto, right? That's not happening right now. So yeah, of course, people are leaving. And an ETF is not going to make sure that these people get into crypto again. The retail, the average investor, that's not happening, right? What we need to see is a crashing S&P, for example, so that the Fed has to pivot, print money, right? Get out of the recession that's still yet to come. That's when there's money in the market. And that's when crypto is really going up. Now, the blue lines are the halving. And if you look at what happens after the halving, the price always goes up. This time is not any different. Like that's also what was said right here. People are afraid about the possibility, to think about the possibility that this time is different. You should always consider that this time is different. But if you think like this time is different, you should not look at the news. You should look at the charts, because the charts at the end of the day reflect the news, right? And if you look at the charts, what I see is, I don't know, we have a recession coming up. We had COVID, we had war, we had multiple bankruptcies, we had a lot of USDT FUD, we had USDC, DPEC, we had the Luna crash, we had UST scamming, we had 3AC, Celsius, we had so much shit. And this is Bitcoin's best bear market so far. We went down least of ever, by far as well, right? If we did what we've done, the first bear market would have gone down 86%, all right? 86% would have put Bitcoin at $9,000. We stopped at 15 so far, right? So I just think like with all this news, all this bad news, we didn't have that much bad news over here or here. And still we hold up pretty good. News doesn't matter. We had the Ripple news, which was long awaited, the biggest news ever. Didn't do shit. Also, news doesn't matter. I'm open to the idea that this time is going to be different. Or someday. But if you look at the charts, you can copy paste this part right here and you won't see many differences. This time is not different at all, right? And that's so cool. People said here as well, no, this time is different. And these people get taken by surprise because it's actually not. Crypto is cyclical. That's just what it is. It is predictable in some way. You don't know how high the price is going to go or when, but if you study the charts a bit, you could predict like, hey guys, I don't know, second half of the year likely going down. Halving year probably goes up. End of 2025 probably hits the peak, right? Because not because it happened before once, because that's what happened every single time so far. So, you know, if you like, the odds are very likely that that's going to happen again. But there are always people like, no, that's too predictable. So this time it's not going to happen. Last time it was just as predictable and it also happened. Because somehow people still think, nah, this time is going to be different. Well, so far, I don't know. Then now something suddenly has to change. And I don't even talk about a black swan or anything, right? Because even a black swan like COVID, a worldwide pandemic recession over here, did not change the cycle at all. Matter of fact, it made the cycle more complete, right? Because here, Bitcoin found a double bottom. We bottomed, we went up, and here we bottomed again, double bottom. Here, we went down from 14K all the way down to 6K. Same structure, but COVID brought it closer to a double bottom than over here. So it was only because of the black swan and because of the news that the cycle was more cyclical. So people could say like, well, what if we get some bad news this time? I don't know. If anything, we need bad news to make the cycle more complete, right? Because Bitcoin hasn't seen a double bottom yet, by far. So even if, let's say, Binance collapses, maybe that could bring Bitcoin down towards 16K, something like that. And then people will say, oh, you see, this time is different. And then they get scared and then they get out. While in reality, that's actually what makes the cycle complete. We need something like that. If it doesn't happen, also fine, right? Nobody complains about that except Capo. But it would be normal if it happens. We need it. So back to the comment. Not worried that no new money is coming in. No. And I do think that a lot of new people in crypto, I don't know if you knew or not, but a lot of new people in crypto, they probably look at it like this. But this is in every bear market the case, right? An ETF will save the day. Again, we don't need an ETF to save the day. Crypto doesn't need to be saved, but it won't be enough for a typical bull run. Look, an ETF won't be the reason for a bull run. The reason for the bull run is because it will be a new bull run. It will be April, give or take 2024, and that's what causes the bull run time. And what happens during that time to make the price go up, we'll see. But it's just what happens. That's just how it works. And yeah, about the possibility that this time is different. I agree, there will be rallies trapping people, right? But that's always the case with crypto, right? That depends on how prepared you are. I mean, the Bitcoin chart, very simple. Look at the chart. What does it do? It goes up from the beginning on, right? But it doesn't go up in a straight line. It goes up like this, right? And we can call this a bear trap. We can call this a bull trap, bear trap, bull trap, bear trap, bull trap, bear trap. Doesn't matter, right? That depends on how prepared you are. But from A to Z is going into profit. And what happens in the meantime, yeah, don't get shaken out of it. Don't go on a crazy leverage or don't get emotional, right? If you bought here and it goes down, yeah, then don't sell here, right? Because eventually we know it goes there. All right? And of course, I'm open to the idea that someday this will be different. But to confirm that actually happens, I would first like to see it somewhere, right? And the news is not saying it. The charts are not saying it. It's such a replica of previous cycles that it makes it very predictable. It's just what it is. And yeah, again, the argument like, well, if it's so predictable, it's not going to happen. So many people say this time is different because they are scared of how predictable it actually is. But that's crypto. That's stocks as well. It's cyclical. It works in cycles. But that's not like try to put it in practice. That's hard, right? Try to sell here and buy here. It's not as easy if you're in the middle of it. But if you look back at these cycles, you can always say to yourself, Jesus, it played out exactly the same again. Why didn't I just do this? Because it is actually predictable. Therefore, I am predicting that we will see something like this, right? Will Bitcoin stop at 20K? Will it stop at 16K? Will it see 14K? I don't know. That's like too much in detail, too specific that I can tell. Therefore, we dollar cost, right? But therefore I'm dollar costing now. I wasn't dollar costing the way up, right? Because I also didn't know how high it went, right? I mean, last cycle, it went up 4x. Yeah, I'm not going to buy into a 4x, right? Now we clearly had the top of this run. Now it's going down. But again, I don't know how low. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it goes to 22K or so. That's it. Yeah, okay, cool. Then I already won a dollar cost, right? But if it goes that low, like 14K, which is also, I don't think it's going to happen, but I won't be surprised. That is actually a big opportunity. Of course it is a big opportunity, right? And if you are scared then, like, ooh, crypto is not coming back, that's where you want to buy it. If people are actually honestly scared and don't want to buy. Not when people say, oh, it's so low, let's buy right now. Oh, we are better than everybody else. No, you want to be scared, right? And if you have witnessed a couple of cycles, then you learn to let your emotions out of it. And of course, you still feel like, oh, fuck, or oh, yeah, you won't be completely dead inside, but you learn how to handle that. So is crypto dead? Hell no, it won't be. Is it different this time? Like, how do you say no? More convinced than no. Crypto, it's a very clear statement. This time is not different. This time is so freaking the same. It's unbelievable. Will an ETF cause the bull run? I don't know. The bull run will happen anyway, with or without an ETF. Let me put it like that. So that's what I wanted to touch on. Guys, if you like the content, check out the Patreon once again. You see a lot of exclusive videos, a lot of stuff. Go check it out. You see the tiers right there, what you get for it. It's insane. I hope this video is a little, maybe motivational for you guys. All right, take care.